Hey everybody, we are here in Houston creating content, and guess what? We are the three people who now help you, whether you're a digital marketer, small business owner, you got a small little corporation, whatever you got shaking that we usually would have helped you with individually, we now have a program where we help you together, one-on-one at that. And it's called Paramount Funding right now. I may think of a cooler name, but the more important thing is we're gonna play a game of pool, answer questions off live, and y'all gonna be able to watch this and be like, yeah, them the people that I want to help me. Cause listen, look at me. You paid them scammers. That's how we started off, just like that. Okay? So y'all just watch. Listen and comment your questions, or likely if you got this video, you can message, me, all three of us somewhere. Let's go. Okay. All right. Y'all understand what's happening? I'm gonna keep coming over here answering y'all questions and stuff. Is there an income amount or so? Okay, so first, who the mod in here? Who the mod? Cause wait, y'all must really like this, cause I gotta be done missed about 5 questions. Jazz, okay, Jazz. So kind of help us out. Okay, and breathe in here. Okay, cause we really want to answer y'all questions. Okay, y'all in Houston, of course we are. Yeah.
H-Town.
Okay, so the first one is there an amount? Is there an amount of? It keeps going away. Is there an income amount or certain result before establishing yourself as a coach? Ooh, this is good. Because I was talking about this in my stories the other day, and I meant to tell you this earlier, Craig, baby. I need to put I'm glad I saved them. I need to put that out as a video because a bunch of people responded in a message like you did from that video when I was talking about the difference between a mentor and a coach. But I know I'm a coach and I'm the coach's coach, so I want y'all to answer first. Yeah. I want y'all to answer first.
Me personally, I wouldn't say a certain income. I would say certain results. So money, yes, is cool. But when it comes down to it, a coach should be able to show you not only what they did for themselves, but what they have done for others. So in my opinion, no, it doesn't really matter what you make because you can help somebody as a coach for free just to get that testimonial. So for me, I say no.
And just to comment to that, I do think you should have the ability to generate revenue. So like you said, it's not as much on a certain amount, but you do need to have the ability to generate revenue, period. But if you're a coach, you're a coach. And like Bill Belichick couldn't play quarterback, but he could coach Tom Brady too. And Tom Brady became the best quarterback ever played. So sometimes it's a little funny with certain industries you get in the game of, they can't do it. But like we were saying, and like you repeated for us, just because a person did it for them don't mean they can do it for you. So, yeah, I like that. What you think?
And I'm going to go piggyback off that because I wouldn't really call myself a funding coach if I wasn't really able to actually do it for other people too. Yes, I did it for myself, but can I run this back to teach other people on how to structure out the profile, what banks to go to, and actually, having the right structure to get the funding when it's needed?
Yeah. Long story short. Yeah. But I would say, as far as the result part, you need to be able, now this is good, and I want y'all to speak to this. A lot of people, if you come from the creative market, let me tell you the problem with it already. If you come from the creative market, your number one issue that you gonna have is that it's so based off what you do. It's so based off who like you and how many followers and all the social media stuff. But can you niche down to solve one problem? Because credit may can teach more than one thing, but she teaches credit and now goes into funding because she picked a lane and a spot she can play on multiple teams. B can teach you more than one thing. All the stuff y'all trying to establish as digital marketers, she did it already. She quit her job. She did have months of savings put up before she did it. She ain't went back. You get what I'm saying? All the stuff we tell y'all to do, she already did. So she could teach that, but she teach budget. You get what I'm saying? Previously to this, I didn't never teach much content because we had Ursula. So I would facilitate it like we're having March Madness, but I never had to talk much about the content piece. I talked more about marketing, the fact that it gotta happen. But Ursula, when I had Ursula, I ain't have to. So you do have to have a expertise that you can deliver a certain result to. Like, what is your, all of us have this, and we don't really use this language in coaching, but I want y'all to talk about it. What's your guarantee, yo? What's the thing you can guarantee me that you can do? You gotta have a guarantee.
Put some money in that saving.
Yeah.
And leave it there. That's the thing.
Yeah, like I feel like your guarantee is you guaranteed to pay off debt with you. Cause that's the biggest testimony them people used to have on your line. Man, them people used to be going crazy talking about I paid off it, man, I paid off.
That's not me. I am not a debt coach. Okay.
You ain't a debt coach, but they were paying off debt.
To save money.
She teach you how to save so much money. You gonna pay off some debt.
Save those coins.
Shoot.
Debt
saver. You gotta have 109 testimonies in that Facebook group of people talking about the stuff they paid off. That they saying that
cars.
Yeah, especially them credit cards.
Man.
Credit cards, loans.
So that's what I can guarantee you, that you don't have to keep using your personal credit cards where you get the funding, because now you got business funding and those credit cards that you swiping on that side is just on that side. So now when you go to buy that house, your credit is not, all jacked up because of the DTI, right? Because the debt to income ratio will play a factor, and the utilization too.
Okay, hold on. I think Jad time to tell us something.
Okay.
What we miss, Jad? Oh, okay. Okay. Hold on. Let me fix it so they can still see it. And we'll go like that. Boom. All right. Boom. We got it. Shout out to y'all coming in. Listen, once again, we are down here. Y'all know I'm on tour. We on the content tour. Tomorrow is the Houston Content Day. We got together a day earlier, me, B, Credit Bay, to get our content out. Because y'all know, listen, we not only teaching you content, but as she does budgeted, as she does funding, we getting folks funded. It's folks in here right now who we got funded. So somebody might say, what's y'all 3 guarantee? Nigga, you go get money to spend.
You're gonna have the plan from B.
You go get money to spend, and get what the first thing you go spend it on? Me. And then get what? I'm gonna make you more money. Then I'm gonna tell you to move the money that I'm gonna help you make. I'm gonna tell you, move that like this, shake that like that. You get what I'm saying? Put that like that right there. Listen, because whether it's Kinko's, Pinko's, or a dude named Nico,
Not Pinko.
Lakers in 5. Listen, look, hold on, funding in 5.
Okay.
Listen, okay, hit her with it, Jan. Do we got a next question? Yeah, my guarantee, I'm gonna get you some money to do something. I already got it. So y'all drop the next question. If we missed your question, drop it back in. Jan gonna make sure she read it out to us.
Yes.
God, no, man.
You know
Let's
it's not
get
about
to
you.
You
You know it's
Let's
not
stick
about
to the-
you.
She it is. She only care about
She
$4.
said she asked 8 times.
Oh,
Yo,
Oh my
not
God.
8 times.
Yeah, she on this trip. So you go see her tomorrow. Prompt up. Yeah.
She don't care about nobody but me though.
Oh, that's good. Y'all heard her. She said, so if somebody got a t-shirt business, for example, what would be their next steps to go to the next level? So I answer my portion of that, then we'll go to Credit Bay and B. First thing you need to do is get Paramount funding.
Hey.
You get what I'm saying? Because if you ain't got the, and even though it sounds like it's a plug and a joke, I'm gonna tell you why. The play I'm gonna give you that's gonna work best is you're gonna need one or two things, and Credit Bay can account to this: money or time. It gonna need money or time. Because you obviously can do the work if you already got the business. The problem is with all businesses that want to grow, you need money or you need time. Because I can tell it to you all day, but if you ain't got the time to do it or the money to do it, and a lot of time we think it's just this gonna be real good. A lot of time when you young in business, you think it's all based on your talent. You think long as I can go live, especially in this era, long as I can go live, post the content, hustle. No, you can't do that. Cause let me tell you something. For straight instance, like a t-shirt business, the biggest play I can think of is if you selling direct to consumer, I need to make you wholesale. So if I need to make you wholesale, the first thing you go say to me is, man, how much money you think I got saved up to go buy pallets of shirts? Because that's what I'm finna tell you. You need a contract. You need a Pro Club contract. You need a what's another t-shirt brand? If you're doing Fruit of the Loom,
Hanes, okay?
You gonna need a contract.
Hanes her way.
You gotta get a contract to move them shirts off the boat. Cause them people problem is it gotta be moved and it gotta be sold. But you gotta go wholesale to do that. You can't go knocking on everybody's door because you might have a client in Wyoming, Nebraska, Utah. You ain't finna get this all unloading them out the back of the truck. Or y'all love drop shipping. Baby, this shipping. This ain't
Come from the warehouse shipping, baby.
This shipping. I ain't got this in the state you asking for. And I gotta call China, and they gotta put it on the boat for what you talking. You talking about moving that type of money, and that's how t-shirt businesses really make that money. You wholesaling it. I'm selling blanks, because it ain't enough. This go hit some of y'all. There's not enough people know about the brand with the label on it. This got a label on it. But no matter how much money I make off results, the person who got me and the other people who made 100,000 or 100 million off of it, get what? They made more. That's what you gotta always know. So you can either spend the time building your brand, and that's a different build than a t-shirt. You gotta build influence. Or you can spend time saying somebody else got the influence. I just want to be the middleman. Oh, you need some shirts? Who need 10,000? You gotta run around finding out who need 10,000 shirts. Cause that's a pallet. And if you selling pallets, that's how you going down from selling a $30 shirt, $20 shirt, to now you selling $2,000, $12,000, $20,000 loads. So that's what I would say to the t-shirt person. If I had to simplify it down to a thing before I pass it to them, is you gotta get ready for real. You gotta get ready to run that move. And can you not spend no money for the next 12 months? Can you not go out? Can you not have the biggest Christmas that y'all had? Biggest birthday? You listen. You can't go to Bora Bora. You gotta go to Galveston.
And then too, Matt, they spend a lot of money on things that they don't need in the beginning phase of their business. That's why a lot of them fail too, and they feel like they can't do it, and it's too much because the things that they're getting, they don't need that right now.
Dreaming with your pockets.
Yes.
Yeah, some of y'all dream with your funding. That's why y'all need us, because you messed up. Some of y'all done messed up. What's up, Dwayne? He gonna like it too. Some of y'all done let's be real, some of y'all done messed up $20,000 already. You done already messed up $100,000 American Express. And it's because you can't just go get the funding. You can't just go get the money. You gotta have a plate. The reason why our funding situation works so much is because we help you bring in that much cash. Man, everything I touch turn into cash. So now that I can get you the money, and the way I'm teaching it to you is, hey, let's get that money in here. And the first thing you do when you buy from me is I go get you a $30,000 a month. I'll go get you $100,000 a month. Just don't touch what I fix. All right?
That part.
Just don't touch what I fix. Long as you got the money to pay for it, man, I'll put it on the table. But you can't. But you that was good. Y'all, you can't get overly happy about your business. Like you gotta manage the drink.
Mm-hmm. Like they get stand, then they go get beacons, then they like, why do you need all that?
Convert kit.
Yeah, mini chat. You don't even know how to set up the mini chat. You just know somebody
You
told
don't
you.
even have enough people that comment the word
You need
to
to talk
get
about
mini
how
chat.
people don't save the money because they think it gonna keep coming in.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's just the reinvesting part. Like, you have to truly understand that if you are a person who is going to be out here giving something to someone else, okay? Let's say you are that t-shirt business and you order 10,000 t-shirts and those 10,000 t-shirts get sold. But you didn't save not $1 from it because you got excited because the money was there. Guess what? That's where it stops because you did not put money to the side to reinvest to now flip it from 10,000 to 50,000 t-shirts. And now you're making even more.
Yeah.
So when it comes down to it, everything that you make in your business, everything that you make in personal is not yours. Stop saying it like that. Regardless of if it's going to bills and then whatever's left, it's still whatever is left is still not yours. There's places where that money truly needs to go, where it is going to benefit you more than you going out to eat, than you going out to celebrate and purchasing the Louis Vuittons and the Gucci's and all of that. Because again, that's going to be temporary. And then the next thing you know, that Louis Vuitton, that Gucci, that eating out was a temporary thing. So now you don't have it no more. So you don't have no t-shirts no more. You don't have no money no more. And what you went and purchased ain't even fulfilling nothing no more. So
Now you trying to sell them Louis bags so you can go exclusive so I can sell your business. I seen you. I seen your purchases on Facebook Marketplace. Cause you the only one had that leopard spotted snake skin mixture bag.
but what I'm gonna say is it's money trauma, okay? It's money trauma. And why is it money trauma? Because you gonna tell yourself you didn't get this when you were younger, so you deserve it today. And in reality, you just haven't healed the inner you. And I'ma drop it.
Oh my God.
Drop the stick. Hey.
Yeah, shout out to y'all coming in. Listen, if you're a stranger, I'm CEO Coach Matt. This is Beat Budgeted. That is Credit Baby. We are all coaches inside of the Beat Life community. If you're a person who like, hey, I'm loving this information. You can get what you can get in the room. That's another thing you need. So you need to go get that Coach by Matt bundle. Listen and get in. That'll start you out with 3 months of being coached by me. Or if you're a person who say, I need to real life go to the next level, Matt. I don't want no group coaching, respect to it, but I want to talk to you. Well, to do that now, you got to go do exclusive funding. So we got an inquiry. You ain't got to pay nothing to start it, but it's either revenue based. So you either need $10,000 already into your business account, and we know we go get you that funding and get you out the ground. You got to have a pretty good credit profile. You ain't got to be perfect. You ain't got to be crazy. But we do got some stipulations. But you can definitely inquire, and we'll go from there. But if you ain't at that level, remember, start with the bundle. If you're a person that say, I don't know if I'm ready for that level of accountability yet, go get BPU Empire and start with the content. Because if you ain't got no content, I want to be honest with you. That's all I'm going to yell at you every day for the next year. Is nigga, how you go?
Somebody said, apologies. Which city will have the most coaches in the building that RSVP'd? The conference.
Yeah, I'm about to say the Beat Life Conference.
The
Gotta
conference.
be. The Beat Life but that's a cool question. But I got a rebound question for you. Cause I like that one. The rebound question is, get in the room where it's gonna be most available to you though. Jazz, what was Tam's question earlier? I seen you had said that was a good question. Let's see if we can take that one. I didn't read it.
If they had 2K, what could they do with it? Hold on, let me get the exact words.
It's kind of good.
What the recommend
Oh, that's me. Hey. So first of all, the very first thing you
Well,
gotta
wait, we gotta ask them too. Hold on, do they got a business and what type of business?
it don't matter because regardless, if you don't have anything in savings, you gotta start there. Point blank, period. Before you do anything,
that's our love language.
you have to sacrifice for you. Okay, you got to be selfish in that moment. So your emergency fund is always going to be number one. If you do not have at least, okay, the minimum people say out here is 1,000, but my thing is you have to have enough to where your highest thing that you've been through is covered. So if that is, you know, maybe you got evicted and now you got to go into a new apartment. How much would that cost for you? Maybe you popped a tire and you got to take care of that. How much would that cost for you? So you got to go and evaluate every kind of emergency you can think of because you got to be able to save, right? People want to pay off debt so bad. And I get it because debt is like, why are you here? But when it comes down to it, if you pay off that debt and then you don't have nothing saved up and then next week something happens, what are you going to use? You're going to use that debt that you just paid off. So now you don't wasted money, you wasted time, and you could have stopped. You could have thought about it. You could have took that 2K. You could have put majority of it into your emergency fund and then took a piece of it and put it towards your debt. So that way now you know you're covered. Okay. If anything were to happen, unplanned, planned, whatever, and then you go heavy on your debt. But that emergency fund, y'all don't understand how big that is. If you lost your job today, could you still push forward? If you lost your car today, could you still push forward? If your bills were more than you expected, could you still push forward? That's how you got to think about it. Like emergency fund is not negotiable. It's literally the most important thing. I don't care how much debt you're in. I don't care how much you make a year. I don't care none of that. Okay. So with that 2K, I need you to first evaluate how much you have put to the side. And I don't mean a placeholder because most of us, we put money into our savings account and then we transfer right back to our check-ins. That's not saving. That's a placeholder. Okay. So we got to make sure that our emergency fund is none touched unless it truly is an emergency. So out of that $2,000, how much do you need to truly put to the side for you to feel comfortable? Then you can go in and say, okay, let me go heavy on my debt. Mm-hmm. What you say?
Come all our pools.
What
What you say?
What Royalty doing?
If they put their money towards
Where
savings
Royalty?
and debt, you don't think they need to
Okay.
put something towards like maybe bringing more income in? Like they can split it 3 ways?
You gotta tell them if it's 2,000, how much they move.
To the well, the first question is how much do you have in savings right now? That's the very first question.
Let's say if there's none, this
If they ain't got none.
If they ain't got none, baby, you gotta at least put 1,000 into that savings. Non-negotiable.
500 to that and then
1,000 to that savings. If you really want to get like comfortable, I would say 1,500. 1,500, and you use that other 500, whatever you want to invest in or whatever you want to pay down. But I'm telling y'all, you are going to thank me later because every time you seem to save something up, something happened. And y'all be like, oh, I just don't make enough. No, it's because you did not prioritize that saving.
You know what? I bet. So we gonna go with 1,000. All right. Now, excuse me. It's our turn. You got your 1,000. Boom. It's
All right, well, I got my
You got your 1,000.
Okay, what's the next part?
Because okay, Credit Bay, they got $1,000 left. What we need to tell them to do. I'm gonna let you go next because I'm gonna scrap up with whatever Credit Bay leave on the table.
That's not
I'ma
true.
move it.
Hold on, before you do that, that's not true. That's not true. Most people, because of the way that we're programmed, okay? We are programmed to think a certain way about money, to think about a certain way about debt, to think about a certain way about everything that we have going on in this life because of the way that we bring it in, the way that we were taught. As children, you're taught to do certain things with your money, right? But when it comes down to it, there's people who make $30,000 who can move more money than people who make 6 figures. Okay, so it doesn't matter how much money is coming in, and that's where I want y'all to change your mindset. Okay, if you are making $2,000 a month, move the money of that $2,000. You don't have to make more. You can, but you don't have to. But the thing is, we want to live in this luxurious place where we just have to have everything that we see. But it's honestly about the money management. Okay, because if you were to give me and have me live off of $2,000, I can do it because of the mindset that I have. But if you gave somebody else who does not have the same mindset,